Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited today because I'm going to be doing a first impressions / review of the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Thirsty Palette. This is what the unit carton on the package looks like. And he even like changed his little logo on the back there, so you can see there's like little drops running off of the J-Star logo. It's like a creamsicle orange packaging with like little 3D water droplets on it. And then the words thirsty is like melting. Super cute orange summary. Has all of your ingredients on the back, and then all of his information, like his Instagram and his YouTube channel. And this is what the palette looks like. So it's actually like a creamsicle popsicle. And it has the water droplets and the same font and everything on the front. Alright, so you get a pretty big mirror there. And this is what the palette looks like. So it's like basically like a pretty warm toned neutral palette, but then this bottom row you get like a kind of cool tone brown, a bright yellow, bright blue, and then like a greeny blue kind of color. And I love that the inside of this is like a popsicle stick pattern, like it looks like wood, like a popsicle stick. So you get 10 mattes. The top row and the bottom row are all mattes, and then the middle row is this new shimmer formula. So I'm super excited to try those out. This is the first row of the palette. So this is Parched, which is like almost my skin tone. Taste Buds, Bitch, Kumquat, and Stroke. This is the second row of the palette. So it's like the foiled shimmers. You have Divine, Filthy Rich, Lick, Snatched, and Plunge. Divine and Lick are more foiled shadows, and the rest are pretty glittery. This is the bottom row of the palette, so you have Subtle, Quench, Submerge, Splash, and Drizzle. Let's just get right into creating an eye look. Let me just zoom you guys right in. Alright, so I'm just going to start by taking the shade Parched, which is this like creamy nude color at the top, and I'm just going to put this all over my eyelid. Apparently Jeffree improved his matte formula, so there's like little to no fallout. Like I'm going in and there's no fallout on this color at all. So I think I want to use like some of the warm tone colors on the top of my eye, and then I'll go in with like maybe the yellow on my under eye and smoke that out. We'll see. So I'm just going to take the same brush and just go into Taste Buds here, which is this like peachy pink color. And again, like minimal fallout. And let's just put this into the crease. Okay, so that shade did take some building up. I think that these are kind of like harder pressed. So I did have to build up that shade a little bit, but I mean, nothing too bad. Now on a smaller brush, I'm taking the shade Bitch. It's like bitch with like 4 eyes, like bitch. And I'm just going to take that into the crease, but like a little bit lower than we did Taste Buds. So now I'm just going to take the shade Stroke, which is the one on the top here. It's like a darker reddish kind of brown. And I'm just going to put that into like the very outer V, just to darken the outer corner. So I'm just going to pack it on here and then just blend it out. There's definitely more fallout with this shade, but nothing like crazy. Now I'm just going to go in with the shade Drizzle, which is this like dark kind of chocolatey brown, and just go right into the outer corner just to darken it a tiny bit because Stroke was not really dark enough. So that shade pretty much just like blended away. So that's kind of a bummer. That's the darkest shade in the palette, and I think it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't go on. I'm just gonna take a little small blending brush again. And I'm just going to take the shade Kumquat and just go into my crease just to like define it a little bit more. There's a little bit more fallout with Kumquat. There was like a little bit of fallout I had to wipe away, but it's like nothing that crazy. So now I'm just going to take one of these shimmery shades. I'm going to take the shade Filthy Rich, which is this like really pretty like gold color. Like, it's stunning. And I'm just going to press this onto my eyelid. Alright, so this is a very glittery formula. And there is like a little bit of fallout down here with the glitter. Actually, like quite a bit. But it's like really pigmented and pretty. It went on really nicely, like just over my eyelid. There's like no concealer or anything to help it stick. I'm just going to take a little blending brush. The one I had, I just cleaned it off quickly. And I'm going to go into this bright neon yellow shade called Quench. And I think I'm just going to smoke that out on like my entire lower lash line. Okay, so that yellow definitely took some building up. I actually ended up using like some packing brushes, and I even took my finger and just like patted it really close into the lash line because the yellow was not building up the way I wanted it to. But now that it's built up, it looks really nice. It's darker than you would think it'd be, but it's still a really pretty yellow. Maybe I'm gonna try something a little bit crazy. So I'm gonna take the shade Submerge, which is this bright blue, and I'm gonna put it right in the inner corner. It's just gonna like, just because I want to try out this blue because it's so bright in the pan. So now I'm just gonna take the shade Splash, which is right beside that, it's like that greeny color, and just use that to kind of blend it into the yellow a little bit. Okay, so now I'm just going to throw on some mascara and I will be right back. Alright, so here is the finished look using the Thirsty palette. Alright guys, so basically I think the mattes in here are pretty decent. I definitely noticed that there's less fallout with them, but I think that with that, they compromised some of the pigment. Jeffree Star usually has very pigmented shadows. You kind of have to be careful with them. But with this guy, you definitely have to build up the pigment, which is not a bad thing. I definitely don't mind building up color. And I think that the new like shimmery formula is decent. It's like definitely a very sparkly kind of like almost pressed glitter. But they are pigmented. They go on really well. I want to try them over like a concealer and see. And you get some really nice colors. You get like silver and then some gold colors and then some taupey bronzes. I think that this is a really cool palette. I definitely think that the colors blend so well together. Even like I was worried how this blue would blend into the pinks, and it actually blended really nicely and into the yellow as well. I wish the yellow was more pigmented, but I think yellows are probably a hard shadow to formulate. It looks super bright and pigmented in the pan, and then on your eye it doesn't. I didn't put a white base down or anything, so that could definitely help if I did a white base in the future. But overall, I think this is a really cool palette. I believe it is limited edition, so if you're interested in it, you should go pick it up in case it is limited edition and does not end up coming back. I don't know necessarily if the new matte formula is better than the others, but I mean, there is less fallout, and it depends on if you prefer a quick like pigment and it's like full pigment and you just blend it out, or if you prefer building up the shadows. If you prefer building up shadows, I think that this palette, you're going to prefer it over some of his other palettes. But if you want like quick pigment, just dip and go, then you're going to probably not like this one as much because you definitely do have to build up the shades a bit. But anyway, I'm rambling now. Hopefully you enjoyed this review of the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette. And please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hit the subscribe button before you leave, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.